The next day took us to where the deer and the antelope play. Today is day 2 of my trip over here at Walt Disney World here in Orlando, Florida. And today my wife Alice and Colleen, today we're at Disney's Animal Kingdom located here at the Disney Resort. And right now we just barely got into the place. So we don't know what's really here yet other than animals and the Tree of Life back here. This is actually fascinating to get a close-up look at it. I'm hoping to get a closer look so you guys can see for yourself how cool it is. But for right now, I'm getting ready with being surrounded by people, running people trying to kill me. And people say, look out, I'm trying to video. Anyway, I'm going to show more of this place as well as we can. So join me around. Let's walk around and see what the place looks like. Disney's Animal Kingdom is the largest zoological theme park in the world, covering over 580 acres. Themed with the idea of animal conservation, it's home to hundreds of live animals from around the world, as well as featuring traditional attractions. All centered around recreated environments that resemble areas around Africa and Asia. But honestly, it's where I tell my friends that I get to see my family in their natural environment, such as Jessica, Felicia, Apollonio, Nini, my friend Colleen, my wife Alice, my brother Gilbert, my Tío Turi, my sister Lupa, a self-portrait of me, my Tia Rosie, my cousins Mondo, Gino, Vincent, Stella, Alice, Rosalie, and one other I forgot, one of their unknown dads, over 100 kids and grandkids, and their mother, my Tia Lupe. Jeez! The park was constructed to protect the welfare of the animals. All this while giving tourists a chance to see them in safe environments. So you literally can walk near them and go, hey, check them out. Unlike other Disney theme parks, where instead of a castle, here they have what's known as the Tree of Life. Based off the look of real baobab trees, this 145-foot structure has over 300 carvings, each one of both living and extinct animal species. It's amazing how well it's designed. You can even walk up and touch it. Hi, Alice. Animal Kingdom is dedicated to research and conservation of each animal here. They're monitored, fed, and medically treated if necessary. And like most zoos, many of them are kept in safe enclosures for guests to see, so the animals get to move around or not move around at their leisure. Exactly. It's a toilet. It's a toilet. Hey, where's the hair at?
Look at that, look at the big old mouth of it.
Yeah, look at that big old yep. Can I have some? Nope. Yep.
I like the guy with the big old picture.
Yeah, I know. Man. Yep. Here I go, eating my food. No one's gonna stop me. Yep. 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 One of the most interesting things we saw here is many of the enclosures were designed to resemble various environments of areas around the world where these animals live and thrive. In this case, we were looking at recreations of ruins that nature has since reclaimed, where humans had attempted to maintain, but nature took back again. Yeah, that's my uncle. Hey, Tío Turi, how you doing? I know, he hasn't shaved in a while. That's what the joint does to you. There's another one up there. Look, there's my look. There's Lupe up there in the top right there. Lupe, get down here. Oh, that's one up of my family. My family knows how to drop food, that's all.
Yeah, this one looks like it was actually trying to eat vegetables.
There he goes.
Yes, look at his foot. It's carrying a little.
Yeah, see? Banana!
It's little grass.
There's grass, but he's eating grass.
Yeah, he's eating it.
Well, they can't smoke weed, so they have to eat grass, right?
Yeah. I gotta do something.
Of course, like any theme park, they have many areas to shop, eat, and play, each location resembling villages or towns in Africa, Asia, or India. With lots of goods for sale and entertainment everywhere, you couldn't help but be impressed with Disney had to offer. Everywhere we went, it felt like we were walking into places of the world that I never would have thought we'd visit. While we were eating lunch, what impressed me was the many types of birds that were free roaming everywhere. They weren't exactly stealing our food, but they didn't hesitate to grab whatever fell on the ground. And FYI, to further protect the animals, Disney has removed all plastic cup lids and replaced plastic straws with biodegradable paper straws. So I guess you can say Disney is doing their part. While we were looking around, we came across Dino Land, but we were only there for a few minutes. At least Colleen made a new friend. You're gonna name him George, you gotta take him home and comfort him and squeeze him? Hi, George. Hi, George. Good night, George. Hi, George. Yeah, but you're gonna have to clean up after him. One of the coolest places is the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, a place where they have enclosures where they house smaller animals like various mice, turtles, insects, snakes, reptiles, just about any kind of small animal you can imagine. One thing to remember about these little guys is that they are wild animals, so I wouldn't be thinking about having them as a pet if I were you. Something smells fishy around here. And they had many varieties of fish too. And again, most of these aren't considered pets, but they were something to see. Here's a funny thing. While I was filming this part, I didn't notice a hippopotamus in the lower corner of the glass behind Alice. Both she and Colleen had to point it out to me later on. I swear I didn't see him. But I got a chance to see him afterwards. This big guy likes to stay underwater a lot. Got that part. Come over here and say hi.
White-bearded wildebeest, more commonly known as the Mew, the African word.
One of the coolest attractions they have is the Kilimanjaro Safaris. It's a ride where guests can board open-air vehicles to go on a trek through the savanna and river areas to see spotted hyenas, rhinos, giraffes, lions, cheetahs, elephants, zebras, just about every kind of animal you could hope to see, all within safe environments where guests can see them without disturbing them.
Rocks. You might find some young elephants around here too. Their horns are going to grow about 5 or 6 feet in length apiece. So checking out giraffes and Ankole cattle. Are the horns heavy? They are not heavy. They are honeycombed inside. Also known as Watusi cattle, named from the tribe that domesticated them. The Watusi tribe, also known as the Egyptian longhorn. And the giraffes you're looking at, these are Maasai giraffe. You see, they're a little darker in color than the average giraffe. And The pattern on their coat, very broken up, very jagged looking, but very, very effective in letting them blend right in. So they're usually kind of shy around here, so we gave them a nickname, the Ghost of the Forest, because you rarely see them walking around. Up in the front up there. Yeah, black rhino kind of rare to find around. They've been hit hard by poaching, estimated less than 5,000 left in the world. Very thick skin on a black rhino, very tough. They can repel any carnivore known except for people. People are their biggest threat. See the other black rhino up on the left here into the hills?
There we go.
Yeah, we'll check those hills on the left there for more. Watch for more bongo. White rhino, unfortunately, not doing any better than black rhino.
It was really something to see them out in the open like this. And from what I could see, the animals weren't bothered by our presence. They were probably just used to us, but I wasn't about to walk out there to find out.
Very poor eyesight. Now, route this far, we can think about switching charge cat group hunting in the daytime. Use their sense of sight for hunting, not their sense of smell. Hard to see cheetah once they get deep into the shade of the trees for lions. Sometimes a lioness, she might go out. She might do a little bit more of the hunt of the trail. Ostrich eggs, largest bird eggs in the animal kingdom, very heavy. Each one of those eggs weighs close to 3 pounds apiece. Crossroads up ahead.
We saw a lot of great things here, and it was well worth the visit. But the one place I insisted on visiting was the newest addition to the park, the World of Pandora. An entire land dedicated to James Cameron's movie Avatar. Built on over 12 acres of land, this entire area was designed to immerse visitors into an alien world like no other. Taking nearly 3 years to complete, this new land uses current existing technologies and ideas along with new interactive technologies to create an environment like no other. Which is really something to admire when you realize that Disney Imagineers had to build this land based off a movie that was created from advanced CGI effects, even more so than Cars Land at Disney's California Adventure Park in Anaheim. It's so funny because there's a casual entrance. We actually entered in Pandora, the planet Pandora, you know, from the movie Avatar. And so far we just barely walked in and seen this fantastic design work here, this work here, like one of the giant plants that's here, and it looks really great. As of this writing, James Cameron is producing 4 sequels to the movie Avatar, bringing a grand total of 5 movies. And the story behind this land is that it takes place 50 years after the events of the 5th movie, which hasn't come out yet. In this backstory, the humans have achieved peace with the Na'vi, the indigenous people that live on Pandora. A tourist company from Earth called Alpha Centauri Expeditions, or ACE, have made a deal with the Na'vi to present Pandora as a new ecotourism destination, as well as engaging in safe scientific research of the planet. Upon entering the land, the first thing you see is the floating mountains of Pandora in the valley of Moara. It's incredible to see these huge formations just floating high above you. Everywhere you look, you can see areas where nature and the Na'vi have overtaken what used to be the old military base, which has since been turned into recreational areas for humans. And that's the running theme throughout the 2 attractions they have here. The first is called the Na'vi River Journey, where you get to ride down the Kasvapan River of Pandora, showcasing native animals and bioluminescent flora that glow throughout the night. A beautiful scenery that I'm just not able to show in this video. So it's definitely something you have to see for yourself to experience. And towards the end of the ride, we get to see the Na'vi Shaman of Songs, Disney's most advanced audio animatronic character to date. Singing a Na'vi song that gives thanks to Eowa, their deity, it's a beautiful ending to a ride that you'll wish wouldn't end. Next was one of the most incredible rides I've ever experienced, the Avatar Flight of Passage. It gives visitors a chance to become an avatar themselves and take a ride on an Ekron, or what we humans call a Banshee, through the skies of Pandora. While walking through the ride, we began to see the remnants of the old military base that nature has since been reclaiming, which has now been turned into a full research center for both Banshee and other creatures throughout Pandora. We also get to see where avatars are being made and where the Banshees are being tracked throughout the sky. It's a long wait, but once you get there, you're in for one hell of an experience that I have to tell you, I just can't put into words. The sights, the sounds, the effects, everything here is all breathtaking. Oh man, we just came off that right now. It was so cool. It's much better than I thought it was going to be. But the other way to describe how it's like is if you guys actually go on it for yourself and see. So my advice, come over here, come to Pandora, ride on the ride. Trust me, you'll like it. After we left the ride, we had a chance to do some shopping, including the opportunity to adopt a Banshee of our very own. And thanks to Alice, I have a new pet. I got a little guy here. He's kind of cool.
Hope you enjoy it.
Yes, I do.
Aww. Come here.
Bite my nose. Help! And at night, Pandora lights up with bioluminescent plants, just like in the movie. You couldn't help but wander around to try to see everything before the night was over. And after taking in this whole experience, we're definitely going to return to Animal Kingdom and Pandora someday. So our day over here at Animal Kingdom is over. It was actually a really cool time to see things, a good time here, good things to see around here. A little different than we expected only because of the crowds that were here, mainly because of Pandora. But I would say for Pandora alone, it's worth checking out. So I'm going to leave you guys by saying, definitely try to come down here next time you're alone. Pandora is pretty cool. And I'm going to have the girls with me because, well, they want to get back to the hotel because they're going to beat me up if I don't. And let's see, there they are. Hi, see, they haven't killed me yet. I'm still alive. How's that going? For now. Oh yeah, look, I got a Banshee. Thanks to that woman. Hi, woman. See you guys next time. Bye. Now, one warning I do have to give everybody before you go to Animal Kingdom is if you intend to go see Pandora and to see the Avatar Land, the one thing you got to expect is that the lines for the two rides over there, both rides over there are extremely long. So you have to be ready to go over there and stand in line for a long time. Or if you can, get yourself get a fast pass in advance so you can go over there at a later time. But otherwise you're going to be standing in line as long as we did. And I tell you, honestly, it was really, I personally enjoyed it. I think the girls had a hard time just trying to sit in line for like 2.5 hours for each one that we did. But all in all, we really did enjoy what we saw. But be mindful that you're going to be in line in there for a long time, so get a fast pass if you can.